So with today with us on Stewart Talk, we have with us a scholar athlete, one who shows great character, hardworking on and off the volleyball court, whose smile, whose heart, whose love is genuine, great team player, Miss Cullaya Jones. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, good. So tell us, how has it been this season with your volleyball, your team, and just the hard work and effort you guys have been putting it in?
Um, it's been good. It's fun. Mainly like there's like a program for the summer, and I
Uh-huh.
didn't go to that one, but like for the girls who did, there was like a team bonding thing. So like when we start actually having games, it was like everybody already had like a good relationship with each other, so it's just good.
So what does teamwork mean to you? You mentioned teamwork bonding. How important is that in volleyball?
It's really important because if you don't have like good teamwork and communication, then the game is just over.
Yeah, yeah. So for those who know you or those who don't know you, you were a great cheerleader. You was a great dancer. You danced in front of thousands of people, different stadiums. You traveled. You did all that different stuff. When did your transition from dance, cheering, and volleyball begin, and how did that happen?
And like that was so long ago. I think I took like a break and then I started volleyball in high school. So I quit dance in like seventh grade and
Okay.
then I quit and then I mean then I had a break and then I started playing volleyball.
So
It was
when you first started playing volleyball, did you know you were going to be good? Did you see yourself getting better when you first started? Was you good? Like, how was that transition?
um when I first started, I
Uh-huh.
wasn't bad, but I wasn't good either. But I could like see the improvements like each practice and we did like different stuff so I can see that I was good at this and I still need to work on this.
That's good. Showing that you have great self awareness and knowing that, hey, I need to work on this, but as I work on this, I can get better. What words would you have to say to a young girl who wants to play volleyball but think that she might can't, or even for those first time starters? What words would you be able to give them to let them know that they could be confident and they can get better as long as they work?
Um, I think that I feel like that volleyball is one of the easiest sports to catch on to. Like it's not really like hard. Like they give you directions. It's just easy to follow them. And as long as like me, when I first started, I looked up to some of the varsity girls and I seen what they was doing. I tried to copy that,
Yeah.
and I think that was a good strategy.
Yeah, yeah, that's the excellent. That's kind of how a lot of us growing up did as well. We looked and seen what our peers was doing. We followed them. If they was working hard, we working hard. If they did extra work,
Yeah.
they did it. And I noticed you always got family there supporting you, family there rooting you on, cheering you on. What does family mean to you?
Um, Basically like someone that just supports all the time and let you know like even when they're not there, like physically, you know
Yeah,
that they still supporting you.
yeah. Does that make you go hard? Does that make you want to just do your best?
Yeah. Well, when they're there physically, it's like kind of like I'm under pressure. So
You managing it very well. So a couple more questions, we'll get you out of here. I know you had a hard day practice today. What does it look like for the future? Do you plan on playing volleyball until you graduate? Do you plan on playing it in college, or do you have different aspirations, or are you undecided?
I plan on finishing high school, like doing volleyball. For college, I'm kind of like indecisive. Like if I go to like a regular college instead of cosmetology school, then I think I would still play volleyball. But
Okay.
if I don't, then probably not.
Yeah, so cosmetology, doing hair and being able to help others because, like with barbers and beauticians, which is cosmetology, you guys make a lot of people life better because they come to you one way, leave happy, smiling, and you make their day. So that would be you pouring into something. So that's great as well. Um, what are your goals for yourself individually and as for your team this year?
Um, I think to just stay positive like a lot of times, like if we lose games, it kind of like the positivity kind of goes down and like everyone's sad. I think if you just stay positive, then the games it just go smoother.
Yeah. Are you a leader by your actions or by your words? Are you a verbal leader or do you just let your play take over?
I would say both. At practice, I'm probably more of a verbal leader. And then
Yeah.
like in the games, I really just like show instead of just telling them.
So me watching you and watching the clips and seeing the different things, that's how I knew you really had a love for it. And you was just in tune by your motor, how you moved around the court, how you congratulated your teams, how you cheered people on. You wasn't just out there playing. So I'm like, she really loving this. And just like you said, to see how your game has progressed. Let me ask you this. What is the challenges it is and how do you handle schoolwork, homework versus practice and getting ready for games? How do you prepare and how do you make sure that that's not that it don't get in the way?
Um, any free time that I have, if I have homework, I would just do the homework. Like if I'm at a game and I'm waiting for the other team to get done playing, I'll just pull out my book bag and do my homework. I just feel like if you are able to focus anywhere you are, then balancing it will be pretty easy.
That's
And then
good.
if you can't,
You're gonna be in
mm,
trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. Okay. So what words of advice would you have for someone that may not know how to balance it and they're allowing their peers and friends to get them influence them in a way that they are not concentrating on sports? What advice would you be able to give to them?
um, I would say you have to think about your future, and if you are really like passionate about what you want to do, then that should just like influence you to know like to do better.
Yeah. So, do you have the same confidence in, being a beautician, future beautician and cosmetology as you do on the court? Is it a difference or do you go harder on one than the other?
As of now, I I'm really like I really want to be a cosmetologist, but I'm not really focused on it right now. I'm mainly focused on volleyball.
Glad you brought that up. You brought me to my last question. Focus. How important is that being in high school, focusing with all the different things that's going on, not to get steered in the wrong direction, but concentrate on sports in school? Give some examples and give some encouraging words to the youth that might not know how that looks. This might be their freshman year. They might not know what to do. Give some wording on that.
Um, I think that's important because like I just lost my train of thought. Oh Lord. Okay. So if you like if you're not focusing, like especially in school, all the work is just gonna just look like gibberish because it's like the work is way different from what you're used to. So
Yeah.
if you don't really pay attention, then you're just gonna be lost and eventually get behind, and it's just hard to catch up. So I
Yeah.
would say just make sure you pay attention and don't let nobody distract you.
Yeah. Great, that's great spoken, and you also gave them. I like how you said when you get, and I even interviewed with the college athletes, the football players. They said the same thing. When I get to work, I'm just doing it. I'm not waiting because I know if I put it on. So you already ahead of thinking. So we want to just thank you for taking this time out with us today. You're a spotlight athlete. Keep doing your thing on and off the volleyball court. Keep excelling because you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength, and you're more than a conqueror. And know that in your identity, which it is, that you confident in yourself, and you put in the work, and you're not afraid to take yourself and say, hey, I need to get better at this. I need to challenge myself. And it's just amazing to see how you have grown into a good young woman, and you're staying focused and steady. So we just thank you.
Thank you.
All right, hold on real quick. I'm about to stop it though. All right.